we got together at school, really, at Dulwich College, didn't we? And formed a band, which was called...
Pooh and the Ostrich Feather.
Which wasn't... I didn't think of that title.
No. But he could have been called Wing Commander Nixon and the Wheat-Eating Bees,
Yeah.
but we chose Pooh and the Ostrich Feather for some reason.
The Ostrich Feather?
On the Ostrich, yes. Yes. Which possibly was a mistake. I think we could have gone places with, as Wing Commander.
Yes, me too.
And we were playing sort of songs and covers of anything from the Doors to
Did a great
Pink
version of
Floyd.
Somebody to Love, as I
Somebody
recall.
to Love, Pink Floyd, early Pink Floyd stuff,
Born in Chicago.
Born in Chicago, blues stuff, and then between us leaving, me and Bill leaving the school, you still being there, we formed Quiet Sun, didn't we?
Well, the thing
So
also
what
that
was
we
the
did,
thing
that the
about
other thing that happened, which is where we took a step, was the Summer Miscellany when we played Marcel My Dada, which was Charles's song.
Yeah.
And that was the first time we stepped away from doing cover versions of things. And doing, like,
we
extended
started
versions,
writing our
doing
own
Spoonful and all that sort of in the Baths Hall for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Suddenly we actually had sort of a little bit of confidence to say, well, let's try it out with something.
We had
that,
done the wonderfully titled Dangeranium.
Dangeranium, we did, didn't we? Yes.
So,
And we did Gyra.
Tell me. No, there was something else there, wasn't there?
But these were like really very much fragments. But it was just like.
But then we were before we left school. We were beginning to develop into something which was not just a stand up and play other people's music band.
right, but what happened? We said, right, we're stopping that, and we're going to form a new band, and we'll look for a new name for it, and call it Quiet Sun.
Well, you and I left, didn't we? Before,
Well, yeah,
so
we left.
was it a year or 2 years before you left? Did you stay on an extra year?
Well, he was still at school.
Were you still at school in 1970? You would have
I
been.
was still at school in 1970.
You see, because we both left in summer 16. Well, I left in summer 69.
And I left in December.
Then you stayed on, didn't you? I left in summer 69, and I went off and got a series of horrible jobs in the civil service. You went and worked at travel agents or something for a while?
I did, briefly.
So you were still at school. So I think there was a period when it was going to be just the two of us trying to put something together. Because I remember we actually auditioned a bass player somewhere in Streatham High Road.
Bass player?
Yeah,
But
because
you were
I
a bass
actually
player.
no, I wasn't. We'd left by that point, and I'd got the drum kit, and then we thought, we better try and we were going to get something together. So we advertised or something, and some poor sort turned up who was a bass player, and we did it somewhere near what's now the bowling, or used to be the bowling alley in Streatham High Road.
Are you thinking of Des Fisher?
I don't know. I couldn't.
Joined Arthur Brown.
Couldn't. He might. I have no idea.
But shall I tell you what? Does that lead us on to those pictures with the two of you playing drums and the guy playing flute?
Pete Spice.
Yeah.
Probably does. Yeah.
And is that Pete Thomas?
Yeah.
Pete Thomas.
Pete Thomas.
Yeah.
And was that then really was the beginning of Quiet Sun? Was it, or was that the transition?
Oh, I suppose it was the transition.
So those pictures, which are in the book, the book thing, show that was like.
'Cause we went down to Pete Thomas's house.
Yeah.
The three of us went down there.
Oh yes, I remember now. Yeah.
And
And
so
we spent the day just fumbling around.
And then we got to the point where I think then the three of us had got back together.
Right.
But we decided we wanted a sax player, and we wanted a bass player. We couldn't find a bass player. We were going to have basically double drums and everything else.
Yeah.
And we ended up upstairs at your mum's in Clapham. I can remember the drum kit being there. Yeah. And that's where we interviewed Dave Monaghan, as I recall, for the first time. He came upstairs and
how did we get Dave Jarrett then?
Dave was.
Did we put an ad in?
We put an ad somewhere. Dave Jarrett responded to an ad, and it then turned
out
completely by
coincidence. He'd gone to
Dulwich. He'd gone to Dulwich, and he loved the soft machine. He was in at Mike Ratliff, so that was it. He was in.
Right.
And then we auditioned several people, several sax players or instrument players came along. Dave Martin was the one that we liked the most, and so he started with us. But the problem that we had was we couldn't find a bass player.
Well, we had Des Fisher.
But we had a bass. We had a bass from somewhere.
And did you take up bass?
And I just said, well, look, so we can carry on rehearsing, I'll learn the bass parts, as one does when one is sort of 19 and completely barking. And so I did. So it was the first time I'd ever played the guitar in my life. I couldn't play a chord on the guitar to save my life if I had to. So I started learning the bass parts.
Yeah.
And then we just sort of went, oh, well, it seems to work.